Brand new Gript Media video today, guys. Welcome back to County Gains News Network. Today we have, the name of the video is half of Fianna Fáil's 2024 Law and Order election pledges are repeats from 2019. So obviously no new inventions, of course not, guys. No new ideas, of course not. Ideas and persistence and obviously, guys, consistency is going to be how you're going to become successful. If you don't have new ideas, if you don't have, consistency, you're not going to be successful. They don't have any consistency. They don't have any new ideas. It is what it is. So, half of the Law and Order pledges Fianna Fáil made in 2019 local election manifesto have reappeared in the 2024 manifesto. Ben Scallon asks Education Minister Norma Foley why the public should believe her party will achieve these if they didn't achieve them over the last 5 years. And obviously Leo Varadkar didn't achieve what he wanted over the last 20 years. So it's all just smoke and mirrors, shady activity, complete nonsense. We're going to get into it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Sign up for my Patreon as well. I'm going to be doing a load of more political videos. Of course, County Gains News Network in full effect. Even from Canada, guys. You know what I mean? Overseas, who cares? Let's go.
Minister, on a slightly different issue, the Fianna Fáil local election manifesto was obviously launched last week, and it included several things on the topic of law and order and keeping communities safe and so on, including establishing a dedicated police force for public transport and funding...
let's talk about that for a second. I don't want to interrupt too much, but this is a talking platform. I like to talk a lot on these political videos. Having a dedicated police force for something like the flippin' Lewis or the Dart or something is scandalous, guys. We don't need that. What we need in Dublin is like more guards and like more police in like areas that are gonna have more crime. Do you know that kind of way? Like, it doesn't really make sense that like the Lewis and the Dart gets more police. I mean, do people get attacked on those places? I mean, sometimes, but I read that they only enforce that because one of the ministers for People Over Profit has been verbally abused. But sure, everyone gets verbally abused, Protect yourself, guys, at all times, like the UFC. If you don't want to get verbally abused, hit the weights, hit the flipping MMA gym. Like, try and build yourself up mentally, physically strong so you won't get abused by people. And if you can, then you can protect yourself. Do you know what I mean? You can't really prevent against this type of stuff, guys. And the police doesn't really prevent against that in Ireland. It kind of now seems to be having a bit of a stronger hold on people, which is unfortunate,
Brighter streets and setting up community policing teams and expanding local drug task forces and strengthening powers to evict tenants for extreme antisocial behaviour and so on. All of those things were in the 2019 Fianna Fáil local election manifesto. So if those things haven't been achieved in the last 5 years, when Fianna Fáil was the biggest party in local government and so on, and in government with Fine Gael and the Greens, why would we believe that these promises will be delivered in the next 5 years?
I think, to be fair, and I've served for a very long time on the local authority myself, and I know the excellent work and the vision that is brought to local authority by Fianna Fáil representatives on the local authorities, and much of what you reference there, much of it has been achieved. It is not to say, and I would always say in terms of local authority,
which one specifically would have been achieved?
For example, in terms of safety locally, in terms of, and safety is multi-aspect. So, for example, I know from my own experience in the local authority, it's about upgrading of lighting, it's about the provision of appropriate facilities.
Lighting, lads, come here. As she says to herself, to be fair, lighting isn't gonna decrease crime. Like, what planet are these people living on? Like, what, dude? Come on. Lighting, let's get illumination. Like they're flipping in some sort of war zone or something. Like, lads, come on. That's not gonna prevent crime. Lighting, seriously. Jesus, like, have they even been like in any of these Gardaí, or have they actually even talked to the police or in Ireland? You know what I mean? Have they even talked to the guards or anything? It's just like, lighting, like, what? Who the hell is signing off on these stupid things? Like,
I know from my own experience in the local authority, it's about upgrading of lighting, it's about the provision of appropriate facilities. That's done on a regular basis.
But Minister, if that's done, why is it?
Appropriate facilities is good. Like, bring more gyms in. I think if kids had gyms, they wouldn't be, boxing gyms, the weight gyms. I think I went to a UCD. I tell this story famously. I went to UCD. They want to charge me €20 for an hour of training. I was like, lads, you gotta be joking me. That's fools, man. I'm not paying €20 for flipping an hour of gym session. You go away, man. I just work out at home then, But that's the thing, guys. We need more facilities, more gym facilities, more playgrounds for kids and shit. Well, not even playgrounds. Don't mind the playgrounds. That does nothing. Get like gyms and like boxing gyms and like judo and jiu-jitsu and all that stuff. Get like that stuff, guys. That helps instill discipline in younger people, So they don't become violent criminals when they're older.
in the manifesto this year again, because if it was done, then it's done, and it doesn't need to be in the 2024 manifesto.
That would be a misunderstanding of the work. The work is always ongoing. So, for example, if particular areas are upgraded, it doesn't mean to say that other areas can't be upgraded going forward as well. It is also all about acquisition to resources to do that, and basically what the manifesto would suggest, that where there progress has been made, there's always opportunities to make further progress. But I am very confident, and I have travelled the length and breadth of the country, canvassed with many of the Fianna Fáil candidates who are up for re-election, indeed many new Fianna Fáil candidates, and I absolutely can say that their record in terms of delivery speaks for itself, and I have every confidence in the new candidates who are coming forward as well. There's nobody more rooted in local government than Fianna Fáil candidates, and they deliver, whether it's access to local amenities, whether it's access to upgrade.
That's cap, which means lies. All right, that's what the young people say for lies. That's completely nonsense, guys. Like, I should release County Gains manifesto, guys. That's what I should release, my own manifesto. You guys would love that, and I wouldn't even call it a manifesto, guys. Manifesto seems a bit too, let's say, communist driven. I would call it a declaration. All right, how's that, guys? Huh? A little. But I cracked myself up. Man, I'd call it a declaration or whatever. I'd call it a flippin', whatever, something not manifesto, right?
And they deliver, whether it's access to local amenities, whether it's access to upgraded lighting, whether it's access to whatever facilities might be required in it.
She loves the idea of the lighting, lads. All right, let's just get more lighting. Hi, boys, get more lighting in there. What? Why? She loves the lighting. Like, we not get like more guards and like, you know what I mean, more like free gyms and stuff like that, guys.
An area, and they can, they vary from area to area. So the last canvass I was on there at the weekend, the key issue in a particular area was the upgrade of footpaths. Again, that's a safety issue for people as well. So
what?
It's
come off it, mate. Come off it, mate. Footpaths are an issue and dangerous. Is anyone? Bro, I'm getting a headache. Do people understand how ridiculous this sounds? Who is this lady, guys? A lot of these people, no offense, are complete nobodies. Let's just be real, guys. Do they even have a brand? Do they have an online presence? A lot of these people, she looks like, and I know people say Chrissy shouldn't insult people, and I am a nice guy, I don't want to insult anyone. Okay, that's not my modus operandi. But she looks like a damn, I don't know, like a video game character with the hair and stuff. So it's ridiculous, guys.
It's about an ongoing job of work that needs to be done. Great leadership has been shown by the Fianna Fáil team. I have every confidence in them going forward to the local elections.
Yeah, absolutely not. For anyone watching this video, absolutely do not vote Fianna Fáil in the upcoming elections. Do not vote for Sinn Féin. Do not vote anyone like that, guys. Fine Gael, all that stuff, guys. Don't vote for any of those people. Okay, vote for, let's say, a different party.
When it comes to obviously Fianna Fáil doesn't hold the justice portfolio at the minute, but one of the promises made in 2019 was to increase the number of Gardaí from 14,300 or so to about 16,000. There's actually less Gardaí now than there were in 2019. The number has gone down, not up. Is that a source of frustration to you? Do you think that Justice Minister Helen McEntee has done a good job when it comes to commitments like that, which obviously have been made widely across the government, that they're going to increase Garda numbers, and we really haven't seen that over the lifetime of this government?
Well, to be fair, we have had unforeseen circumstances between 2019 and where we are now in 2024.
Excuses are the building blocks to build the house of failure, okay? Excuses are the bricks to build the house of failure, guys.
Did have a significant meant that recruitment into An Garda Síochána was reduced.
I'll blur that out.
At that time it couldn't continue because of the pandemic, but we can also...
She did that on purpose, guys. She did that on purpose because she knows that this video is going up on YouTube and YouTube censors those words, so I'm going to blur that out. She did that on purpose, guys.
Point to the fact that we're seeing more and more and more numbers graduating every day and signing up, if you like, for work in An Garda Síochána, and I think that's very positive, and certainly we're on the right trajectory. And obviously the role of An Garda Síochána is incredibly important nationally and indeed locally, and I want to reference in particular the work of the Community Gardaí, because you're speaking about local elections. They do phenomenal work on the ground. I know of their engagement as Community Gardaí with our schools, with our older people, with members of community, so more and more, and we're seeing those numbers being increased as well. So I think good progress has been made despite the pandemic.
Nah, I don't believe all that, guys. Looking at the Guardian stuff, I think they're just the most disrespected police force in the world, guys. Like, they should be the most respected police ever. You know what I mean? They should be. I see in Eastern Europe, let's just take for instance Slovakia, okay, amazing country, safe as hell. All the Gardaí have guns, women, men, you know, just handcuffs and guns. None of this like writing on books and like, you know, the Gardaí, they're completely just run. I would have loved to become a guard or a firefighter, ambulance guy, one of these guys. I absolutely, I'm in Canada right now, when I walk around Canada and I look at these other people, the big, tall, strong guys, I look at myself, they look at me, I'm like, if I lived in Canada or the US, I would have become police or the military or something like that. But I feel like they're just so disrespected in Ireland, guys. Like, we just they don't have guns, you know, they don't have anything to protect themselves. It's like, how am I rolling up to a situation with a guy with a knife and I have a baton? Like, no, dude, like, no, like, I'm not going to do that. So, no, guys, I wouldn't join the Gardaí. I don't think any young person nowadays would join the Gardaí. I flipping love the police, the firefighters, the ambulance, the you know, the on post. I even love the flipping post office. But all these jobs are just disrespecting. I think the post office is the most respected job. Guys, could you imagine? The post office in Ireland is more respected than any of these jobs. Maybe the firefighter is more respected, but like, do you know what I mean? Like the Gardaí are just completely not respected at all. Like when I see them in Canada and the US, they're all like, you know, big balls and like everyone respects them. Okay, you know what I mean? People are chill enough. Like, it's just crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Let me know your thoughts. I love you all. Stay free, Ireland. I'll see you guys very, very soon, man. Peace.